Hello, everyone, and welcome to our December Unmuted Challenge, where we're going to organize our desks, manage our cables, organize our Ecamm. So our Ecamm is going to be working for us nicely when we're looking for overlays, when we're looking for scenes. They're just going to be there because we're going to organize it. Then we're going to go into content and how to plan it so that it works for us and is sustainable. After that, we're going to go into video, creating better videos. And this is going to be great because we have had everything organized up until that point. So that should be really good. We're going to have different collaborators from our community, and it's going to be fantastic. We are going to invite you to come into the Facebook Ecamm Live community so that you can show us your before and afters. Now, the first collaborator today is the incredible and amazing Katie Fox. I know, right? I should have done that, right?
Yes. I'm so excited for this.
know.
This has been on my list for forever. So I'm checking boxes while helping the community. It's a win-win for me.
Let's go. And that's the thing, and fam, you're going to see it today. We're going to share some tips and some lessons learned. Because yes, when you clean desks and when you manage cables, you're gonna have some lessons learned, even when it looks great. So we wanna hear from you, your lessons learned, if you have done it before, or things that you're worried about when you are doing your organization or your desk. And Katie has some great, some great exciting news for us when it comes to her space that she's going to share with us as well. But Katie, let's go ahead and start with that, right? What is your goal for 2026 when it comes to your organization and what you're doing right now, right? First there's organization, then the cables, and so I'm gonna pass it on to you.
All right. Well, I'm a work in progress. So let me see if I can share my wide shot. One sec here. Woo! So this is my room. I'm at home. I'm in a 1700s farmhouse, and I'm in a really small room that I also use for all of my craft projects, and it's like a lounge space sometimes for my kids. Let me see if I can show you this couch cam. Yeah, this is my couch cam. So I have lots of different spaces here in this room, but it's small and it's a multi-purpose room. And I'm next year really thinking about how to be able to use it and set up different zones and spaces so that I can create different experiences depending on what my content is. So if you don't know a lot about me yet, in addition to all of the Ecamm stuff that I do, and I'm continuing to do more and more of that, I also run a 90s movie review podcast with my best friend. And I am looking to do more personal live streams and building more of my personal brand in 2026. So I do also want to have a zone where I can crochet and show things with my hands. So I want an overhead camera. I want a more kind of casual movie zen space. So that sofa that I was showing you earlier. And then I want obviously like a nice space for me to be able to produce videos for Ecamm. So I built last year, if you were on this journey with me, I built this, I hung this crazy wallpaper behind me, and it's been my super chaotic moment over the last year or so in all these videos. And I have all these cool things that are behind me, but this space, because the wallpaper is so busy and and I'm sitting in the way of all the stuff behind me, I want to move all of the VHS stuff for my podcast over to this different couch cam space with the wood wall and have that be kind of my 90s zone. And then I want to be able to move all of my little crochet dudes. I want to be able to move them into my little crochet space and have an overhead camera. So I'm thinking big picture with this small space on not only how I manage all of my wires on my desk and all of that, but actually the positioning of everything in the room. So I'm aware, I think now more than ever that there's too much stuff in the room, which I'm always guilty of. So I think I'm going to need to move furniture literally out of this room and then probably shift some things around. I think the desk positioning is going to be fine because I do want to keep this wallpaper for my Ecamm shots, but just clean it and just have just wallpaper. And then I think this green wall that you can kind of sort of see here behind me, whoop, this space, the green wall. I do think it would be cool to, I'm debating the idea of putting up like a whiteboard or maybe I have a green screen like cloth, hang a green screen cloth there. So then that actually will give me two spaces that are desk shots, like a kind of a cleaner, more professional look, and then my crazy mushroom background as well. So those are all of my thoughts. But next year for me, more spaces, more easy spaces. So again, if you know me, I have the absolute minimal amount of gear, and yet I still is able to do my wide shot, my couch cam, and my main shot. And I'm doing that with an OBSBot Meet 2 camera, which is this main camera here, and then my phone, and then an iPad for my couch cam. So even though I have no cam links in this space, I'm not using any kind of mirrorless or DSLR cameras, and yet I still can do 3 different shots, and I'll still be able to hit all of my objectives with, again, the bare minimum, so that I'm not worried about what went wrong, or cables everywhere.
For sure.
Talking about today, right? Cables.
And you know what? That is great that you have that plan, right? So you're like, okay, yeah. I'm going to be, maybe I'll have to move furniture out. And that is the thing that we will only realize once we have a plan of what we want to do with our space, right?
Yes.
And then also, once we have the space empty, we will be able to say, okay, this is what we have. This is what I can do with this space, and this is where I can move this. And perhaps in this space, I don't need a DSLR. A smaller OBSBot or any other type of webcam will fit here because, right, it doesn't need to be a DSLR. It just needs to be a good quality video, right? And you have it right there. Exactly. We can see
exactly.
What you have.
Yeah.
So, all right. So
wait, I want to share.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to share one thing because we didn't talk about this last time, but I just wanted to share a personal moment for all of you people who are sitting there and are like, okay, Katie, but it's not actually all that easy. I tricked Jill and Doc into completely overhauling the Ecamm studio, Ecamm HQ, about a month or so ago. Jill is now hanging out in that space with me on Mondays. And so we completely overhauled that entire space. And what I learned from that process, which is like this times 1,000, because we have all the room and all the gear and all the places and spaces there, is that it as silly as this sounds, it actually really comes down to talking out loud or talking with a friend, in this case, shifting things around and then being like, nope, and shifting it back. Like, you do still have to go through the steps of, okay, I know I want to get to this, but how does it feel? How does it look? Is this the right thing? What are we missing? Jill was incredible at allowing me to talk out loud and talking out loud to me, and the two of us being like, oh, that's actually the wrong plant. Like, that plant is great, but we need a taller plant because that plant doesn't show up in video. So like, move that aside for right now. Let's put this in. The sofa needs to come a little bit more forward. That changes how we want the lights. Like, so even when you have all the right gear in the right space, as you're using it and as as you're playing around with it, start taking notes of it. Like, the reason why I have an idea for these 3 different zones right now is that I've now been an entire year going, every time I try to record an overhead camera shot, my mic is in the way. I don't have the right space for it. And so now I'm very aware of like, okay, I'm going to need a different microphone for how I want to record this. I'm going to need an overhead light. I'm going to need one of my cameras overhead. It's going to need to be able to slide in and out of the shot. I know those things because I sat there and said, nah, that didn't work that way. I need to move it this way, or how does that look? So it's an iterative process is what I want to say to you. And even when you think you've got it all the way right, you are likely still going to be shifting things around. Tape is your friend, the little like gaffer's tape to make little indicators, right?
Yes.
All that stuff is going to be your friend in all of it. So all that to say, it's a process. It's
Yeah.
okay to talk out loud. It's okay to phone a friend, leverage the community, move things, try them out. All of that is part of the process and doesn't mean you're quote unquote doing things wrong or, or not smart or all the things we tell ourselves. You are doing all of the right things. You have to move things around and try it out to see.
You do have to. And another thing that I found myself doing is when I'm like, okay, just like you mentioned, okay, this space looks great visually because our brains, they close loops, right? So it's like, okay, we're good. This looks good.
Like,
but when we
check.
see it, right, when we see it on camera, we're like, oh, dang it, like it's not. There's the camera doesn't translate, right? The camera just gives you exactly what you have in there. And so taking a picture of the space from this different perspective would allow you to see what you're like, oh, okay, so let me see, because it's a camera, right? So it's not your eyes. So you take your picture before you actually commit to a specific setup or anything like that. I mean, when I was setting up my cables, my cables were a mess, and I could not figure out why they were so messy because I don't move my space. This is what I have, right? And I don't move my camera or anything, yet it was messy. But then I took a picture, and the picture said to me, girl, listen, this is what we're gonna do right now. and so here, okay, before we go into it, I'm gonna say hello to the fam because we haven't said hello to the fam yet.
Hello,
so let's
fam.
see to the fam. Let me see where I go all the way to. Okay, hello. Who do we have here, Katie? So we have Marianne. Hi.
We have Marianne. I know. Maybe I do my. What's the show? I see Marianne and Jill. I see Daniel. I see Lou. I see Steven.
Continue, Katie. Continue.
Yeah, I know. Me too, Lou. I'm definitely the poster child for all things messy. I'm totally a clean freak, but I'm also the guilty one of like, I'm going to move it into this different space. Like, I'm always the one in the house who's like moving things around and making everyone crazy. I'm like, well, this doesn't go here. So I like go and put it somewhere else and then no one can find it. So.
Right. And then you forget where you put it or anything like that. But yeah, I'm with you, Daniel, right? I cleaning up the studio because you have all these things and you're like, okay, you form a habit around the mess. Right? Like, oh,
you do.
Right.
You form a habit around the mess. And the crazy thing is, for many of us, we joke about like the cone of cleanliness. Like, we're sitting here in the cone of cleanliness, right? So like for the majority of the time, it doesn't really bug me all that much because on camera, looks fine, works, everything is good. The only time that it really bugs you is when you need to you're trying to figure out how you might want to make changes to the space, or like if it's something in the way, or if you're like me and you're sharing spaces with multiple people who are constantly stealing cables, moving microphones, moving cameras around, borrowing things, like stuff like that happens often to some of us who are in shared spaces. And so then the outside the cone of cleanliness matters a whole lot more. But most of the time, you're just seeing this. So I think your idea of taking a photo is fantastic. I think that really, like, you're like, oh, actually, like, this is what the whole space looks like. And am I maximizing it? Or am I just in default mode because I'm in my code of cleanliness?
Right.
I'm like, well, this is fine. I'm fine. This is.
Yeah, and another thing, like for me, it was every time I walked into my studio, the first thing I would see were my messy cables. And every single time I got like, dang it, I have to do that. And that's not the energy that we need when we're going to record or live or anything like that, right? And so I needed to then come back, sit here, and then I wouldn't see it, right? Because it wasn't that cone of cleanliness. I wouldn't see anything else. But I came in with that energy because I saw it before, right? So that is the goal, fam. That is the goal. I know cleaning is not the best, right? But once we do it, we're like, yeah, we feel like good about the whole thing, right? And another thing that Katie and I were thinking about was music makes things easier for cleaning. And we were thinking about creating an Unmuted December challenge shared playlist where we will all add, right, our own little music, and then we will see and we will start cleaning with the music from the fam. So here's the thing. I tried doing it yesterday, and Katie couldn't add a song. So if you all know a trick on how to do this, please let us know, because that will be super fun, and it will get us even more excited about cleaning, because, yeah, cleaning is not fun, but it's a necessary evil, right?
It's a necessary evil, and I'm willing to bet too that many of you, because I know you, I've been hanging out in the community for a long time now, and I know that many of us have extra gear that we don't actually need, but that could be really valuable to someone else in the community. So as part of this cleaning project, I want you to really think through the pieces that are in your space. And if there are pieces, a camera, microphone, lights, cables, all of it, think through like, do I need this? Do I need this right now? Could I sell this? Could I gift this to someone else to help them with their journey? This is a really, really great opportunity for everyone in the community to really think through the pieces of tech that you have in your space, because they're collecting dust or they're sitting there in your space. So either use them or make them work for you in selling them and use that money to invest back in your business or to get something you actually need in your space, or just to, buy holiday gifts. Right. But really, I think, many of us, I'm guilty of this. I'll show you. I'm gonna show you. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Are you ready?
Show us, Katie. Show us.
Okay. All right. This is my giant box of cables.
Lift the bag, Katie. Lift the bag. Let's see the bottom of that box, please.
All right. So my cute bag, right, which is super disorganized. Doc's gonna judge me. All right. Okay, here, I'm getting real with y'all. Doc talked me into buying this Insta360 Link, I think it's called. It's like a selfie stick. I was gonna take like all the videos walking around. It's got like gimbal, it's awesome. I haven't used it in probably 2 years. So it's in my bin. It's in my bin.
Hey, watch out, fam. Katie might be selling something.
It's in my bin, yeah. My little Nan light bag. I am gonna keep that. But like, look at the wires, fam. Look at the wires. So many wires. Headphones. Laura, don't come at me. Headphones. I don't use often, right? My little light. It's even on my switch pod, right? I could have that out of my desk or move it somewhere else. It's ready. It's even labeled Katie yellow. Two lights for the price of one, right? So I want you to know that you're not alone, but setting up a time like this to actually go through all of it. I have stuff in this bin that probably is helpful for lots of you that I'm not using, or helpful for my team that could be in the office. There's so many opportunities for us to really just be thinking literally outside the box, in that you should get that box and start going through it and get rid of stuff. Cause it makes a really big difference, right? Instead, I'm sitting here and I'm buying new cables. I'm like, I don't have that cable. And I literally have it at my feet, but it's in a wired nest of craziness. So
That's it.
It's creator flea market. Yes, a creator flea market at camp. I love that, Lou. That'll be on my list for next year.
Who said that? Let me put it in. Who said this?
Lou said it right above the laptop bag. Yeah, Daniel, I'm with you.
Okay, listen. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go, Lou. Let's do this.
Let's do it even earlier, Lou. Let's do it right now in the Ecamm community. If you have something in your space that you don't need anymore, this is your permission. Sorry, Jill and moderators, but this is your permission to say hey, I have this thing. If anyone's interested in it, send me a DM, or I have this thing. I want to be able to sell. This is the opportunity for us to start really thinking about what we're using, instead of just hoarding stuff that we've added to a checkbox. We're well, I need a switch pod, check, right? Am I using it? It's a great piece of tech. I should be using it, and instead it's sitting down here. So let's yes, right? I can tie them.
and you see, and those are the things, right? That we gotta take that space, and we know. I mean, I'm pretty sure, Katie, you see the box of cables, and you're I have to clean that, but you're shoot, this is gonna take so long. I'd rather just not throw it away, but still keep it. But as Homesick Mac said, okay, you know what? Just sit down, right? Maybe watching Christmas Story, I don't know, Christmas Vacation or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah.
And just sit down, spread them cables, and just, right? And then you will realize, okay, do I need this? Do I share this? Do I bring it to the office? Or what to do with it? Because those cables might be good still, right? They might be good. So that's what we're gonna do, fam. So everything, no shame. We want to see your
No
messy
shame,
pictures.
but behind the scenes, yes, drop
Yes.
those pictures. I'll drop
Yes.
mine. I'm going to share mine, so I expect you all to share yours. Because
Yes.
we're going to do the after photos. We're going to do the
Exactly.
before photos now. We're going to do the after photos.
And that's the thing, like there is already a post in the community for week 1. So we want to see you posting your before pictures, whether it is cables, whether it is microphones, because yes, people collect microphones, right? So if you're not using your microphones, that might be, like as Katie mentioned, a good time for you to say, okay, maybe I will donate this to the Creator Ecamm flea market, or
Creators in Need, to a Creators in Need Foundation.
exactly, or trade it with someone else, with another creator from the community, right? So, but that you will only know this if you take your time to do this, and this is the week to do this. This is the week. Even though you can still add afterwards, but the week is going to continue with cleanups, and the next week is going to be cleaning up your Ecamm. And that is something too, all right?
This one I'm really bad at. Yeah, Anna's gonna cry when she sees it.
I mean,
don't look here.
but no shame though, because we're gonna fix that, right? So we want to see before pictures. This is next week. Before pictures is how your Ecamm looks. If you can share, if there's some information there that you do not want to share, you can blur it out. But we can see how you have your Ecamm organized, right? Yeah. So speaking of pictures, right? Here is my before picture of my cables. My desk didn't need that much, but my cables did. So let me show you. All right, this was my setup, and every time I walked in here, it was I couldn't, like, still now it just gives me not good feelings about it. But this is where I create, right? So it needed to be good. Look at the other side. I never saw that other side though, but this is the other side. And so check this out. This was the process. So now I cleaned up the cables from the floor, and that started to look better to me. And I'm like, okay, this is something. I started there. So then I'm like, okay, what do? I started putting the power cords in the space that I had there, so that the cables are not coming across the floor for me, because that was the thing that was the messiest for me. Then I went to continue, look at the after, that there are no cables on the floor. Still, I am working on the cables on the desk and how they're hanging down. So that is the work in progress for me, but at least the floor is clean for me, right? Because that was the big thing. And then here's how it's looking now, a little bit more. I have the power cords, right? I have the power cords attached. I attached them with gaffer tape. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I will find another way, but I'm proud of how this looks compared to this, right? And then now we see this. I mean, come on, for real. This looks good.
Yeah.
And so,
exactly.
Yeah, right? So I am excited, Katie. I like it. I just come in and it's like clean, and my desk is clean. My desk didn't need a lot of cleanup, but my roadcaster was on my desk, and I needed that real estate because as Katie, she has different spaces. For me, I have one desk where I do my video creation, but I also do my photography, and I also do my editing and photography, and I need my space, and I'm meeting with clients, and I'm writing a lot of notes, and the roadcaster was on the way for me, and I'm like, come on, boy, I like you, but not that much. Like, I need that space, right? So
I know, yeah, exactly. Sometimes like really simplifying it down goes a really long way. Like it really does. We all think we need all these things.
Right,
and we think
right.
we need them like front and center too. You're like, well, don't move that. But you actually, like, I don't know. Does it spark joy? Does it spark joy for your live streaming? If not, get it out of there.
That's it. Yeah.
Anna was laughing at me before we jumped on. We were having some audio issues, and we were going through kind of every check, troubleshooting and tech checking as we all do all the time. Hopefully you all do. And she said to me at one point, she was like, do you have a roadcaster? Can you check? I'm like, nope. I got that did not spark joy at home. I have my beautiful Shure microphone plugged directly into my computer. I actually simplified it all the way down so that I only have, I have what, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I have an old MacBook, and I only have 3. Yeah, 3. I'm just double checking. 3 USB-C ports on my MacBook, and that is all I use. I don't. Today I went one step above. I went and I got out my little super cheapy Totu, like, I don't even know what it's called. It's like, it adds a couple of extra ports because I connected my iPad for my cute couch cam shot. Couch cam.
Look at that. That's a cute. Look at this. That's totally cute.
I hardwired that in, but normally it's just a couple of things, and that helps keep, for me, the wires down to a minimum. And if I need to move things, like, if I don't often, as you said, like, I don't actually often use this desk as a desk, but we're in December, which is my crafting season, where I want to lay everything out. So I need to be able to easily, like, push the microphone aside, which it's on an arm, so I can push it right out of the way. And then my camera is so tiny that I can just, like, fold it up and put it into my cable box down here at my feet. And it would be, all the wires would be off my desk. That's it. Other than, I guess I have the wires for the lights, but those kind of go off to the side away from my desk. So cable management for me is actually pretty easy because I intentionally only have a few things in this space. Yeah. And I want to keep that in mind as I build out additional spaces. Like, is it easy to move stuff around? Can I set it so that I can just walk into the space and record? And can I keep as few things in this space as possible? Because it's a small room and I don't want cables everywhere. Those are the things I'm keeping in mind as I'm building out these projects.
Yeah, and that's
I love this comment. I have my Rodecaster Pro on a low boom arm, and I tuck it away when it's not in use. Yeah, that's incredible. Yes.
Good.
Yes
Yeah.
to arms.
Yes, Homesick Mac. I'm looking for something like that. Right now, my broadcaster, he's down there. He's like, I cannot even reach him. I'm like, I'm gonna put you there, and I will see you later. Please behave. Like, I don't have it, and it's not functional right now to me because I would like to, for example, when Katie was making noises and sound effects, right? I wanted to do a sound effects, but it's down here. Yeah. So I'm like, I have to go down, and that's not flowy. But I will figure that out, and I will figure that out before the end of this challenge. And this is why we're doing this, right? Trying to find different ways that we can keep our setups that make sense to us and that is practical. And what we don't need, we just replace, move away, all of that. And not in a box of things. We're gonna be intentional
zip
about
ties, it. Velcro. I'm gonna clean my box out. This is consider this my before. And by the end of this week, I will have an after. I will show you all my after of my fancy cable box.
Let's go. And that's it, right? So I have someone in the comments mentioned Velcros. Yes. It was really easy for me to use them. And just tied. I tied. Let me see if I can get the video that I had in the, I'm going to the waiting screen real quick now, but I'm going to stop the music. Wait a second.
Oh, I might have to buy some new Velcro strips. I had a whole bunch of them and I think I brought them into the office.
Yeah, so look at this. So I put Velcro. You can hear me here, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So all of these, so you see how the cam link,
I see. Yep.
Right? So I did the Velcro, put them there, and then what I did was the cables that were hanging down, I used gaffer's tape, and I taped it up there. And so then I did the same thing there. See, so because it has so many, the cables are really long, so that's what makes the mess, right? Because the cables are super long. And so this is my dummy battery cable that was hanging down before, and I just did that as well to it, and I used 2 ties, and then I tied it around the tripod. And then the power cord, I did the same thing. I tied it, but I didn't tie it. I taped it with gaffer's tape, right? And then that looks good. I'm like, look at me doing all of this cool stuff. And then that's it. So that's how I did the Velcro with this. So I just used 2 things, gaffer's tape and the Velcros. And I got that other thing, it was a sleeve, right, that I show in the other video that I posted in the community, but I couldn't figure out how to use that one. So I will see if I still need it or not. It's supposed to have hide the cables inside, so you just see this mesh strip with a lot of cables in it. And then from there, you can route it wherever makes sense for you. I couldn't figure out how to use it on this setup, but maybe you guys.
Yeah, which that's actually a really important shout out. And I think important to say, we've been talking a little, Jill mentioned this as well, where she was like, Jill, sorry to throw you under the bus. She was like, while we were cleaning out, she's like, oh, sometimes in my mind, I can't start working on cleaning up a project until I buy all the organizational things, right? Like I buy the bins, I buy like, you know, the thing that like you bought that like hides the wires, etc. I am super guilty of this as well. I'm always like, well, later, I don't have the right things to organize or to clean it up. But sometimes the things like that end up causing more stress and delaying the process, and you know, and it doesn't work for your brain. Like maybe that piece of not tech, but that piece of organizational, like an organizational tool, isn't helpful for how you want to approach it, or doesn't work for how you think. And so maybe it's not a good fit for you, and you should just return that. Maybe it's a better fit for you exactly the way that you did it. Maybe it is, and someone will show you exactly how it works, and you'll be like,
exactly,
this is my thing.
Yeah.
But it's just important to remember that like you don't need to wait until you've got all the Velcro or the zip ties to get started. You can use gaffer tape. You can just get rid of some of the cables. You could swap out the long cables for short cables.
Yeah.
That might make way more sense than taping things up. So there are places and ways to get started without having to wait and think through all of the tools you need to get started. You are the tool to get started.
Exactly. I mean, in the Velcros, it was, I want to say, it wasn't more than $10, I want to say. And it came with
there's
60
not
or
expensive,
80.
yeah.
And it was, I mean, like, look, give me peace of mind, right? It was more of my time and then figuring out how to do it. But I saw a comment about a tip, I think it was.
Yeah, Stephen has a pro tip. He says, I mounted a 20 outlet power bar under my standing desk. I also put my UPS on an under desk computer mount, all light, speakers, prompters, monitors, audio interface on my standing desk. Yeah, it's a super important thing to consider is like, so someone like Steven has a standing desk, so obviously it goes up and down, right? Like you can level it to different heights. So if you're going to use it as a standing and as a sitting desk, you're going to need to think through like, are the wires long enough to like, if things are shifting up and down, is that going to break everything that you're building in your system? So that's a great pro tip for a multi-use space. Even though it's one space, it's still multi-use in the levels of it. So that's awesome. Paul is saying the same thing. He's got a power bar mounted under his desk, which is a great idea. That's actually on my list. Let me see if I can pull this wire up. I have this guy, and it's always sitting like either on the floor or I have it on my desk, but then it's in the shot, like it's, you know, back here in the shot. So I could certainly just mount it underneath my desk, and then I wouldn't have to worry as much about it. Instead, I'm constantly tripping over it and moving it, and it's not, again, I have one thing plugged into it. I have my computer plugged into it right now because I'm very minimalistic, as I said. But still, it's important to think these things through. And I think that's really, those are great tips coming from the fam on you can mount it. Like I don't need anything fancy to be able to just attach it to the underside of my desk, and then that makes it easier for me not to trip over. I don't want it to leave this room anyway. So
yeah. So how do we mount it though, fam? Like how is it like drilling, right? Or is it like, is there something that comes in, right? Like is there a Velcro really strong, right? Because
duct tape solves everything. Just duct tape that up.
But I mean, that's true. We need to consider all of that, right? Because that's something that for standing desk, right? I did that with a Rodecaster because I have it down here, so I moved it to the side so that I can touch it when I have to and use it. But when I started moving it, I made the cord too tight, so I had to give more give for the cable so that I can move it. So those are great tips. Those are great tips. All right, so what do we have, fam, here? So Katie, you're gonna show us your desk and what you're gonna do, or what is this? We have another 10 minutes to go, And I'm going to pass it to Katie because Katie has a desk she showed us and what she's going to do.
I know. You know what? I'm going to, you full screen for a second. I'm going to go grab my camera from my wide shot so that I can show you my desk. Because as I said, I've only got 3 cameras in here. One sec.
Okay, perfect. So yes, fam. So what we want you to do after this, or even if you have, you're just playing right now and just listening to us, go take a picture with your phone, wipe the glass, right, the lens so that we can see it clearly, and take photos from different angles, because that is not only going to show us what, like, a commitment, right, accountability on your part that you're gonna do this, but also for you, that you're just gonna look and you're gonna say, okay, this is, I can move this here, I can move this there, or oh my gosh, I didn't know this was so busy or messy, because only when we see it in pictures, we realize the things. So you just post it in the community. There is a thread going on right now for week 1 of the challenge. And then we're gonna see the afters during the week. So before today and then after, because the next challenge starts next week on Wednesday. So Katie, let me know when you're ready.
I'm good. And Paul is saying he uses alien tape to mount his power strips.
Oh,
all right, I'm going to show you my desk, but as I said, it's seriously messy. So consider this my before picture, and I'm going to work my way through. All right, so I have if I go over here, I have an L-shaped desk. So I'm just going to take you through my L shape, right? So these are the things I pulled out of my bin. I have my little coffee mug. So I have 2 different lights sitting here. I bought this ring light that let me see if I can. That it pulls like down so I can do overhead shots, but it puts a phone. If I go up there, it puts a little phone. Has a phone attachment so I can use my phone as a camera for those overhead shots. And that's what I've been doing. And it works really great because I can slide it in and out of my setup. But the problem I have is that my microphone is in the way so I can't use my hands as easily. So I need to get a new microphone or think through my microphone better for my overhead shot. Up here, I have my little Elgato light, which is kind of my extra light. And then as I said earlier, there's my tiny camera.
That is so cute. That is adorable.
It's on its little tiny obs butt stand. So I literally, like, as I said, fam, like, I can just literally grab that and throw that into a bag, and it's off my desk, and I'm able to go. So, like, as far as things go, super easy. It also comes with a mount to attach it to my computer, like, to sit kind of right up here, covering up my shot. There's my computer is here. See, today I extended and added the Totu. but normally I just have my on the right there is my the USB cable for my microphone, and then over here on this side I have my headphones, my camera, and my computure plugged in, and that's it,
all you
right?
need,
So
Katie.
1,
that's all you
2,
need.
and then over here is my my Shure microphone, and then that red one is going over there, up here. This is how messy my space is. To my iPad that I like jerry rigged.
I love it. Wait, Katie, go back to it. Go back to it. I love it.
This is how messy my space is.
Okay.
My space is.
See,
And do you see that little shelf back there? Do you see that little shelf with all my little woobles on it? My little crochet guys? That's where this phone was for my wide shot. I just literally tucked it in so that they were holding my phone and pointed it back at me. Right? That was it. That was all I did. All right, moving along my desk. So there's me. I'm the social media queen. That's my chicken picture that one of my friends gave me. There's my all my fun mugs. I always have mugs. And then I have all my like crazy desk swag, right? And then as I was showing you, like, I have this cool setup behind me, right? I have like my little sign, and I have my little wooble guys that I've made. And then higher up, I have like more fun stuff. But this background is really busy and kind of crazy, and you can never see all of the cool stuff that I have here because it's sitting like literally right behind me. So
yeah.
So I mean, in total, I think for me, I'm just going to need to figure out, okay, now that I'm adding extra zones and I don't have to use one setup for all of my stuff, that allows me to say, oh, okay, well then I'm going to move all of my VHS Club nostalgia stuff behind the sofa and set up that space there so that it's just clean behind here. And then I can take a lot of that stuff off the desk because that's going to go in that zone with my casual podcasting space. And then that'll free up the space then for me to say, okay, then the desk space is just for Ecamm stuff. And then I can pull in and out my overhead camera. And for me, like, I'm weirdly okay with it being a little bit cluttered because I like my little pieces of flair like all over my desk. That brings me joy. So I'm okay with that as long as it doesn't get out of hand and it's not taking up the spaces and I'm not wasting a bunch of time when I step into the space. For me, I want to be able to open this door, be able to, set my laptop down and be up and running with video in 5 minutes or less. I don't want to come in and be like, oh, now I've got to move everything off my desk.
Yeah.
Now I've got to plug all this stuff in. I don't want it to take me more than 5 minutes. And right now, and for the last couple of years, it's only been 5 minutes. I come in, I plug it in, 5 minutes. I'm ready to go. So it's easy. So I want the new spaces to be like that as well. But that is my chaos. And now that the practice, doing it over and over again over the last 6 years, I've now gotten really good at being like, oh, okay, well, I have a phone, I have an iPad, I can set those up as extra cameras, even if it's chaotic and crazy, and I can put it up it like what can I set it on? How can I prop it up? How can I balance it? How do I connect it into Ecamm so that Ecamm sees it? You have lots of options available to you. You don't always have to go buy the new thing.
Exactly.
You don't have to. It's easier than it feels sometimes.
Yeah, especially when the majority of the asks that we think that we need are cameras, right? And we already have tons of cameras. I mean, we upgrade our phones, our iPads, we have laptop, iPads, phones, extra phones. So we have tons of cameras available to us. If we need.
Even your built-in camera is not all that bad. All right, I'm gonna do the Ken trick. I'm gonna clean my built-in camera.
Yes.
The Ken trick. All right, I'm gonna come over here. Let me move the chat out of the way. And I'm gonna change this camera on this shot over to my FaceTime camera. Right? It's not awful. Like I feel like we're so quick to judge this camera, and this is a 2021.
And you can, and Katie, you can adjust it in Ecamm camera effects, so you can go in and adjust it even deeper, like reduce the brightness.
Yeah, exactly.
The contrast,
right? Like, yeah, I can come in and like mess with these things, right? And like, so I feel, oh, no, not that. Woo!
Yeah.
But you can come in here and you can make all of these adjustments. And I feel like sometimes, I don't know where I'm looking, but sometimes we worry so much about all of that. And we think, oh, well, it doesn't look as professional.
What a difference, Katie. Go back to the FaceTime cam.
All right, 1 sec. I know, yeah, right? And this is a super cheap webcam.
Right.
No offense to HubSpot, but this is not an expensive webcam. It is amazing what you can do, right? Sorry, I'm switching back. FaceTime camera. Right? Look, the difference in quality between the two of these.
Yeah.
And then my phone, look. So again, like I do have a newer phone. All right, I'm gonna hold my phone up and I'm gonna switch over here to my phone camera. Right? Like the phone camera quality is incredible too. Like the quality of all of these, certainly is different. But again, this camera here, this FaceTime camera, this is on a 2021 computer. This computer is old. This is not even a new computer and it's not the most powerful. So you all likely probably even have newer computer cameras than this. So it's
exactly.
Yeah, the possibilities are there.
Cartoons, hi. So there is I believe it's pinned in the Ecamm Live community. There's for week 1, and there's another video that I created and showing you all the things. You can post it there. There are other fan members who already have uploaded their videos. One of us is our amazing collaborator who you're gonna see on week 3, and that's Marianne. She has already posted her before, so she's totally in it. We have another collaborator that's going to be Faye, and she's coming next week. And we're gonna be doing the Ecamm organization, so you're gonna see her there in that post as well. And Diana and Mary Lou, so you're gonna see them in there, say hello. But that's where you upload your cable mess. or your desk mess, or both, because you can do a video and
Yeah.
and show us both for it.
Absolutely. And if you really
Yes.
can't find any of it, you can just upload it anyway and say, hey, this is for Unmuted, hashtag Unmuted. And
Right,
we'll
hashtag
make sure
Unmuted.
we find it and see it. So don't, I know at like our theme at Ecamm is always, so don't overthink it, but don't overthink it. That's fine. The community is a totally fine space for you to share that. So you can come in and say like, hey, I'm participating in this and here's my photo.
Yes. So Katie, you have a lot of work coming for you.
Yeah, I gotta go. I've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you do.
I gotta get my box emptied out and all organized.
We're all gonna be rooting for you. We're gonna be rooting for you. And also, fam, again, if any of you know how to create a collaborative Spotify playlist,
yes, help us
so that we can all add songs to it and we can clean up with it, right? Because it can be funny. Because I mean, like, I don't know if it will show who uploaded it, which will be fun to know. Like, oh.
Maybe we should make a rule that like maybe we don't have any that have explicit lyrics so that we're protecting everyone in this. This is a inclusive, safe space playlist. So
there we go, clean.
You can put any kind of music, but the radio play version of whatever music the Ecamm play version. We'll figure that out. I believe in us. I believe in us.
Yes, and then, okay, so Paul added the link already.
Thanks, Paul.
Perfect, thank you, Paul.
Perfect.
Yes, and Lou, time to clean. Let's go. Yes, we're gonna do this.
Let's get at it. We have until Friday, and please join me in this. If you weren't at camp this year, one of my biggest takeaways was from Brandon Washington. Shout out to Brandon, who's incredible, and he, in the middle of his kind of larger presentation, said this small piece that just hit myself and the team really hard. And he was like, you have to think about it like sports. I'm not an overly sporty person, but think about it like sports. When you are in it during, the creation of your show, you're running your show, you're doing the thing, you're in it, you're in the season, right? December is post season, right? We're in the post season. You can tell I'm not sporty, but this is the time for us to like reflect on everything for the year, clean up, reset, because when January hits, we're back in the game. So this is the time, this whole month, the whole team and I at Ecamm, many of my friends who are creators, all of us are in post-season mode, which is great to relax and to take naps and to have fun and holiday, but also an incredible opportunity while things are quieter to be able to really reflect on the year, figure out what worked, what didn't work, clean out your space, get ready, because the game starts back up again in January.
Yep.
And for some of you, the game is still going and you're gonna have to do this at the same time. But this is an amazing time for us in postseason to be able to really get ready for an incredible year next year. So if you need someone to hold you to it, Anna and I are here. We are going to check in on you. Anna's going to keep me accountable. All of you are going to keep me accountable. We are in postseason. We are cleaning up and getting ready for the next game. So
that's it.
So yeah, join me in postseason. Thanks to Brandon for the great analogy. It really helped me get my mind in the right space.
Yeah, and I mean that's a great analogy. And keeping up with it, you know that when they are in like postseason, they are still training. They're still training. They're stretching. They're getting their massages. They're doing all the things. And this is what this month is about: getting your massages in, right? Getting your stretches in. Yeah, doing all the things.
Be right back. Massage.
Yeah, to get you ready. So that when 2026 hits, you're not thinking like, you start fresh, right? You like come to your setup and you're like, yes. Right, a new candle, new scent, whatever it is that is going to, what is it, Katie? It's like if it makes you happy. What is it that you're saying?
If it sparks joy, that's Marie Kondo. Her,
okay.
I forget what her system is called, but you should be looking around digitally and physically, and if it sparks joy, keep it, and if it doesn't, get rid of it. Just get it out of your world and move along, because it should. This process, even when it feels big and feels, like hard, it still should bring you joy to some level. So remove everything that is not bringing you joy and getting you in that right headspace. As you said, Anna, I think that's so much of this isn't just having the things that you need in the right spot. It's being able to enter this space with the right mindset. So bring those things in that help you get into that right mindset, whatever that is for you.
Yep. You see, Lou, we're going to fix that.
No terror.
No terror. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. And okay.
Steven's grinding. Yeah, sometimes you have to do game and postseason, but this is a great time to kind of thinking it through. Or, maybe your postseason is a little bit later. Maybe December is your grind period and you're going to postseason a bit later. So if you don't have time to do this right now with all of us, take notes on what you would do later and share. You can still share it with us outside of December. This is an opportunity for us all to work together and support each other and hold each other accountable to being our best selves here in this space.
That's it. So fam, you already have the link there. Steven, you send a Dua Lipa song. Yeah, we're gonna add it to it. But like, okay, that could be something else, right? So if we don't figure out how to collaborative, like you
just
send
those songs.
Just send the song. Just add it to the thread and be like, okay, this is a song. We will add it and then we share with all of you so that we can start. We can do it better, right? We can do it together. Because if we have a playlist together, it's like we're doing this even more so together. And you're going to hear a lot of 80s songs from me. Just like an 80s girl in there. But yes, okay.
Absolutely.
Katie, any last shares?
Yes. The one thing we should say is that I know, so we are sitting here right now on the Ecamm Fam YouTube channel. So if you haven't yet, make sure that you hit subscribe on this channel. This is your new space. So this is where we are sharing, community focused videos for the Ecamm Fam. But if you're watching this video, if you stumbled across this video and you're like, what is the Ecamm Fam? What is Ecamm? You can always join us in our community. So if you go Ecamm, ECAMM.TV/community, that will drop you into our Facebook group, which is an open space. You do not have to be an Ecamm customer to come into that space and practice and learn and see what makes this community so special and what makes this software so special. So I just wanted to say, if you are brand new and you stumbled across this video, welcome. You are welcome here. Whether or not you know what Ecamm is, we are going to be talking all about how to be better as video creators, as podcasters, as business owners in this tech space, in this creative space. So it's going to be a really fun time, and everyone is welcome. You are welcome in our space anytime. So wanted to say that and make sure that everyone knows. And if you are part of this space, hit the subscribe so you don't miss any of this content, because I know the Facebook group can get busy sometimes and we don't want you to miss any of the fun stuff that we're up to.
Yes. And thank you, Lou, and thank you, Steven.
Thanks, Steven. You right back at you. I love how you're always grinding, but always here supporting the community as well. It's huge.
There we go. So there is a community that you can join if you're not there yet. And we cannot wait to see your before pictures and your after pictures. So remember, it's going to be this week. The next challenge starts on Monday. Which is going to be organizing your Ecamm, right? So you have this weekend is great, right? This whole week, the weekend, and then coming into, because now your space is going to be great, and then your Ecamm, when you walk into your space, and then you sit on your desk, and you open Ecamm, I mean, it's going to be organized. This is going to give you all these right feels.
Yep.
And that's what we're looking for. Yeah.
Time to tidy up. That's right, Marianne. we're ready to go. We're ready to go.
Yay.
Thanks for having me on, Anna. Thanks for leading this
course.
incredible takeover. I'm so excited.
Yes, of course, fam. So thank you so much also, all of you, for being here. And we will see you in the community. And go ahead, have fun. And again, if you want to send songs, add it to your, after you post, you'll be like, hey, my song is this. Next to your before picture. All right? Okay, fam, thank you so much for joining us. Bye.